Okay, good evening, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Good evening.
Good evening, okay? We're going to
Good
start
evening.
in a couple of minutes. Let's wait for the rest of your partners to join the session, right?
Hello.
Good evening, Rodrigo. We're going to start in 1 minute, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I think we're gonna start. So let's do it. Today we're going to continue practicing with speaking one. So I hope you're ready to speak a lot today. Okay, guys? So last week we practiced with speaking task number 1. Can anybody tell me what is it about? And how much time do you have to speak and to prepare?
It was the preference like, would you prefer a determined scenario? And you have 15 seconds to prepare and 45 seconds to speak.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. So that is a speaking one, okay? The speaking task number one. You will have a question in which you will have to decide, okay? You will have to take a perspective, okay, an opinion. Based on that opinion, you have to explain why you have that opinion or that perspective, okay? So, considering that, let's start, okay? Give me just one second. Okay, guys, I have sent you a link. Please go there. Okay, Shamir, tell me what happened.
I know. I don't know. I suppose I'm having some internet trouble.
Okay, why?
Probably someone turned off the switch. I don't know. That's so weird. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. Okay, guys, are you in the document? Use the second link that I sent, okay?
Okay.
Okay, guys, are you in the document now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So as you can see in the document and in my page, in my screen, there you have 20 topics, okay? 20 topics. Some of those are tricky questions, okay? Because it is not a question in which you have to answer with an option, with a perspective, and explain your reasons. No, it is maybe just describing a place, describing an experience, or something like that, okay? So that's what we're going to cover today, okay? Some of those tricky questions. So I'm gonna give you, let's say, 10 minutes, okay? 10 minutes to analyze each of these topics from 1 to 10, from 1 to 20, okay? And get in touch to those topics, okay? Read the topics. What are they about? What can be what my answers can be, and all those things, okay? In order for you to answer. Because at the end of this class, I will send you a more complete document that will contain at least, I don't know, 100 topics. So you have to read those topics as well in order to be prepared for the TOEFL test, okay? Because the evaluators of the TOEFL test will consider, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 of these topics, okay? So it would be a good idea to be in touch with the topics already so that you can answer without hesitating and without thinking a lot about it, okay? So, are my instructions
I
clear?
have a question.
Tell me.
So you think that maybe one of the questions that they're gonna ask us during the test could be within those 100 questions that you're gonna send us?
Not exactly the same, but they can be similar, or they can change, I don't know, any word, a topic, but they can be really similar. The idea is
Okay.
that you get in touch with the topics so that you can answer more easily. Okay?
But there's not a chance that it's exactly the same
It could be
question.
also as well. Could be.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
better for you if you get ready, okay? If you get prepared. Okay, guys. Now, you have 10 minutes from now on. After that, I will ask you randomly, okay? And you have to be ready to answer, okay? Without hesitating and without problems. Is it okay, guys? Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, what about the rest? Luciana, Shamir, are you there?
Yes,
Yes, it's
yes, I'm
okay.
ready.
Okay, so 10 minutes from now on, you're gonna start reading the topics, please. And think about each of those topics so that you can prepare an answer as well, okay? Let's start.
I have a question.
Tell me.
In number 16, there's a question that is asking if I prefer a controlled and strict company or a high-paying company. I don't know if it's like or the other. It's like there's no contrast. Could be strict company and have high-paying company at the same time. It's not like the opposite, I think. So
So
it's
what
not
is the
like
question in
here.
this case?
16.
Okay. Do you prefer to work in a controlled and a strict company or a high-paying company? Okay.
I don't see the opposite.
Which one do you prefer? Would you like to work in a company which is always controlling you and is strict with what you do, or a place in which you can earn a lot of money and it's easier, or it's also controlled and strict? So in this case, the question is, do you prefer to work in a company that controls you a lot but pays less money, or in a company that is strict but pays a lot of money? That's the question indeed.
So it is controlled. Also, so the only difference is that one is high paying and the other is not.
That's it.
Both are controlled and a strict company.
Yes, it could be, but the idea is that you prefer a high salary or less. It depends on you.
Okay, so that's kind of obvious, but okay. Okay. Okay, I kind of have an answer for everyone, every question.
Okay, thank you. Let's wait for the rest. Okay. Okay, guys, time's up. Did you finish? Or you need more time?
I am done.
Okay, what about you, Shamir?
Yeah, I've already finished.
Okay, thank you. So let's start. Before I ask, sorry, is there any volunteer who would like to start?
Yeah, me.
Okay, so let me choose from 1 to 20. Let me see. Okay, question number 17, please.
17.
I'm gonna read the question for you, okay?
Okay.
If the school decided to close the computer lab because all the students have their own laptops, do you agree or disagree with the decision?
Okay, do I start?
Yes, please,
Oh.
you have 15 seconds to prepare your answer.
Okay.
Okay, please, your answer.
Okay, I totally disagree with the decision of closing the lab, the computer lab, because many students could have some laptops that don't have the same power as others. And the maintenance of the laptops are required. And normally at schools, all computers have the same software and programs, and many of the laptops couldn't support many softwares that the courses may require. So those are those examples. Ones of me not agreeing with the statement.
Okay, excellent answer. Good control of the time. A nice way of concluding what you were saying. Good job, Rodrigo. Thank you. Okay.
Thanks.
Any other volunteer?
I'll go.
Okay, Luciana. From 1 to 20, I want you to answer question number 10. I'll read the question for you. Should the school spend the same time teaching our own country's history or world history? Explain your response with details and examples.
Before anything, I'm very confused. I mean, is it or dedicate more time to own country or dedicate more time to world history, or like the same amount of time in both? I don't get it.
Okay, I'm gonna read the question again, okay? Should the school spend the same time teaching our own country's history or world history? Okay, do you agree or disagree with this?
It says as, not or. It says as world history.
I think it's like
yes, it's the same.
three possible answers.
Yes. The idea is that the school should use the same time teaching our own country's history as world history. Okay, so spend the same time in both, or maybe schools should focus more on our own country history or world history. That's the question. Do you think schools should spend more time in our own country history or more time in world history? That's the question.
Oh, the same, like three possible responses, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
There are three, yeah, exactly.
So, what is your answer?
Okay.
So, let's start. 15 seconds. Okay, please.
Okay, I think that a school should balance the time between world history and our own country's history, because world history gives us a much broader perspective on how our own country came to be. For example, if we don't understand the Crusades, Renaissance, and all that stuff in Europe, which is called the Old Continent, we will not understand completely how Spanish and certain Western aspects of our culture came to be in Latin America and Bolivia specifically. That's why I think they should balance.
Okay, excellent answer, I have to say. And good control of time as well. No problem. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, finally, Shamir, it is your turn. Are you ready?
Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah,
I have a
I'm
question.
ready.
Tell me, Rodrigo.
Do you know if we're gonna have the time controller, during the test, or it's like we have to think about it without seeing the screen or the timer?
It depends on the kind of test you take, right? Virtually or face to face, because
I'm gonna take it at a test center.
What can you tell? Can you repeat that, please?
I'm gonna take it at a test center.
Okay, so probably you will see a timer as you are seeing now, right? So probably you will see a timer, but if not, you have to control your time. That's why we are working with time, okay?
Yeah, but I'm like watching your screen, so that's how I know how to control it. Like,
Yes, that's it.
one advantage we
Yes,
have
it
now.
is an advantage, it is. But when speaking, sometimes we do not control our time, right? So in that case, you will have, I think that when taking the test in the platforms you have set, you will have to record an answer, okay, of 45 seconds. So that's it. That's the advantage. You will have to record the answer. And you know that the answer has to last 45 seconds. So no problem with that, since you will have to record it.
At a test center, do I have to record it?
Yes, I think in that platform, you have to record your answer and send them.
Okay.
Because nobody is there to control the time you have to speak. But if you are going to take the test face to face, you will have to encounter to evaluator. That evaluator is going to say, okay, stop, it is time. But it depends on the time, on the kind of test you're going to take.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it face to face, I mean.
So if we're taking the test face to face, well, probably you will see an evaluator who is in front of you that will say, okay, start. And after you speak, it will say stop. That's it.
All right, okay. Thanks.
Okay, no problem. Okay, Shamir, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so let's see. I want you to answer question number 11.
Okay.
I'm gonna read a question for you. Some people think that risk-taking activities such as rock climbing and skydiving require a lot of bravery, while others think this is not brave but simply foolish. Which view do you agree with, and explain why? Is the question clear?
It is.
Okay, let's start. 25, 45, 15 seconds for you.
Personally speaking, I think that these activities require a lot of bravery. For example, I used to travel to the south of the country for climbing some hills, and I know there is necessary to have too much courage for climbing, for performing all the climbings. Um, and furthermore, it's very important that a professional climber be in a good shape. To sum up, I totally agree that all the that it's climbing and skydiving are activities that require many bravery and courage.
Okay. Excellent answer. Yes, you had a good control of the time, nice argumentation, nice exemplification of your argument. Good job, Shamir. Good job. Thank you. Now let's go. Let's continue with Luciana this time. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, question number, let me see. Okay, 18. Let's see. Some people think historical sites should be open to the general public, but others think historical sites should be only open to experts and researchers. What do you think is better?
Okay.
Okay, let's start.
Yes. I think that historical sites should be open to the general public because it is one of the ways that we can connect the facts that we have been taught in school in history and to actually live them. For example, we wouldn't like know about Greek culture. We would appreciate Greek culture more when we visit Athens, the Acropolis, and all of the other stuff. And we can understand better what we have been taught in history about Greek mythology. That's why I think historical sites should be open to general public.
Okay. Excellent control of the time. Nice way of concluding your speech. Good job there. No comments at all. Thank you, Luciana.
Thanks.
Okay, let's go with Rodrigo now. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Question number 6. Okay, this is a short one. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? I know this is a question that we covered as already on Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Friday, yeah. So let's go to another question. Okay, this is a good one. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Friends should be able to have different opinions and maintain a good relationship.
Okay. Understood.
Let's start. Please, your answer.
I totally agree that friends should be able to have different opinions. And many of us won't be able to find someone who is completely similar to us. Like we all are gonna have some opinion in certain topics that are not gonna be the same as everyone, every person. So it's completely fine to have different opinions, and that shouldn't be um, a problem for a good relationship to be happen.
Okay, is that all?
That was yes, that was
Okay.
it.
Okay, it was a nice answer. Maybe you had some problems at the end with the conclusion, but you could overcome that properly. So good job there. Thank you. Let's see Shamir now. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let's see. Let's go to question number. Okay, number 3. Should graduate students teach low-level courses or be assistants to professors? Explain your response with details and examples. Is the question clear for you?
Yes, it is.
Okay, 15 seconds for you.
I've never thought about this before, but I think that it's better that recent graduate students could be professors' assistants because there are um, they still need to gain more experience in such works. For example, I know careers in which experience is even more important than university knowledge. In those cases, it's very important that students could gain many money before finding a good job for them. Um, so I suppose that's all. To sum up, I totally agree with the statement because it's important that students could gain some money after they graduate from the university.
Okay, nice answer. Good arguments. Be careful with the time, okay? 45 seconds only to speak, okay? Remember that. Okay, thank you, Shamir. Let's go with Luciana now. Are you ready?
Yes, of course.
Okay, let's go to question number 20. No, this is a question that we have already covered.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Okay, we have already covered a lot of these topics. Okay, this is a nice question. Number 2. Do you like to go to an art museum alone or with friends? Explains your response with details and examples. Let's start. Okay, please, your answer.
Okay. I I absolutely believe that it is better to go to a museum with friends because they may know some things that you don't know about the art pieces that are in there and can really like go with you with in the tour and follow the explanation with you. For example, when I went to the Museo del Prado in Madrid, I met friends in my tour through Europe, and when I went with them, like when we were talking about the paintings, and I actually learned better going with them than being alone. That's why I think it's better to go to a museum with friends.
Excellent answer. No comments at all. Thank you. So now I think, let's see, Shamir, let's change the rules for a little bit. Let's see, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, this is a nice one, a tricky one, okay? Is there any invention that has changed your life most recently? Explain your response with details and examples. Now the question is up to you. It depends on you. You have to think about what invention that probably has changed your life. Explain. Describe.
Oh, that's a nice question.
Okay, so let's start.
Okay. To be honest, there are too many inventions that have changed my life and my way of thinking. But the most important for me of all is my electric guitar. I love playing it all nights, and I I was working on uploading YouTube videos with me playing my guitar and some classic rock themes. So it's for me, it's the most important device I have. Um, However, the video games, my computer always are useful, but for me, the guitar is the most important. That's all I have to say.
Okay, nice way of explaining. Good way of conclusion, good control of the time. Good job. Thank you. Now let's go with the last question before I check attendance, okay? Let's see. Okay, this is a nice question. Rodrigo, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're going to travel to a new country for a week, do you prefer to travel to a major city in the country or to several different places? Give 15 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, your answer, please.
Personally, I would prefer to spend all the week in the same city because there's not much time in a week to really encounter places and get to know the people who lives in there. And for a week, I think that you have enough time to get to know a city. Maybe not all the rel- the places that one could recommend you, but the relevant, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have the time. So that's my conclusion.
Okay, nice answer. Be careful with the time, only that aspect, okay? Apart from that, nice answer, thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, guys, now let me check the attendance, okay? Only 3 people are here, so it would be easy for me. Rodrigo, Luciana, and Shamir. Okay, excellent. Now, I'm gonna release the daily survey, okay, guys? Oh no, the daily survey is not here. Okay, and no daily survey for today. I don't know what is happening to the Zoom account, so don't worry about it. Any question before we finish the class? Because this week on Wednesday, we're going to cover speaking 2 and 3. And those are completely different tasks.
And on Thursday,
Now, do you have any type of feedback for us?
Feedback. No, I have already said everything, you know. Last class, you had some problems, maybe about the time. You get stuck in some parts of your speech because you didn't know any, I don't know, maybe a word, a verb, a phrase, or you didn't organize your ideas pretty well. That would be my feedback. I have already mentioned it last class. Today, you did an amazing job, guys. You control the time, you organize your ideas, your answers were more constructed, were coherent. That is the point of this question, okay? That is the point of this class, okay? So my suggestions for you would be that please organize your ideas, get in touch with the topics. That's why we are doing this activity today. And I think that's why you answered those questions in a better way, because you were in touch with the topics. You had the time to think about possible answers. Okay, so it would be a good idea to read a lot. Okay, since you know a lot of things, you will have better chances to answer these questions, speaking task number 1, the best way possible. Okay, guys?
okay, 2 questions.
Okay, thank you.
Tell me.
You said you were gonna send us a link for 100 questions that may appear.
I will send it at
Via
the end of this
WhatsApp?
class. Yes, via WhatsApp. Yes, I will send the link to the WhatsApp group. Okay.
Okay, and the other, what tasks are we gonna cover on Thursday, on Friday?
On Wednesday and Friday, we're going to cover speaking 2 and 3. Speaking questions, speaking tasks 2 and 3.
And on Thursday?
Thursday, it's with teacher Andrea. So you're going to cover the same topics, I think.
So tasks for 4 is for the next week.
Yes.
Okay, that's because I'm taking the test this Saturday.
Okay. So, well, you will have to be ready. We can practice with one exercise if you want on Friday, but it's really similar to speaking free. So don't worry about it.
Which one is the hardest?
Speaking 4, but because in speaking 3 you have to read a reading passage about the topic. After that you will have to listen to a class, a lecture, you know, and based on the reading and the lecture you have to explain your response, I think. So in speaking
task
4,
4?
in speaking 4 you just have to listen to a lecture and explain what did you understand from that lecture. That's it.
Okay, so it's a lecture and that's it.
Yes, it is a lecture. I don't know, maybe 3-4 minutes of a class, and you will have to explain what is it about. Let's say that the lecture is about how smartphones were created. So you have to provide some concepts, some details. I don't know if dates are mentioned, you have to provide those dates. That's the speaking 4, essentially.
Okay.
Okay, so I hope I could answer your questions or your doubts. So any other question, guys, before we leave?
No, thanks.
Okay, no problem. You're
We're
welcome.
good.
Okay, so you are free to leave the session now, guys. Have a nice rest of the week. See you on Wednesday.
See you on Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you on Wednesday.
Bye-bye.